Uh, let's now touch base with one of the stars of 2020, Emami. The stock has seen a 35% up move this year and a 220% rally from March lows. Mohan Goenka, director of Emami, is now joining us. Mr. Goenka, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Would it be safe to say that the COVID worries are now well and truly over? Are we back to the same kind of numbers that you used to deliver, or is there still some catch-up to do?
Definitely for Emami, I think the worries are over, and we have been consistently delivering double-digit growth over the last, at least the last quarter. This quarter also, we are seeing a good set of numbers coming in. So we are expecting a double-digit growth even for this quarter. So I think at least for Emami, the COVID worries are over. It is also to do with our the product range that we have in whether it is health, immunity, hygiene. So I think we are in a good space right now.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Goenka. So, like in the second quarter, 10% this quarter would be par for the course, or you could do even better?
So we are expecting something on those lines because winter is a key season for Emami, and winter has set in pretty well in most parts of India. So that is helping this growth. And also some of the healthcare products which were doing good because of COVID, they are still firing. Also, I was hearing in the last session, Mahesh was talking about rural consumption because Emami is quite a rural play, and that is also helping some bit of a growth. So by and large, overall, we are in a good space. We are expecting good double-digit growth.
Okay, a word on margins. Have raw material costs gone up, packaging costs, anything that might cream off a little from margins?
Not really. I think our margins are expanding, and this quarter also we are expecting healthy margins. So not to worry, honestly, on the cost front, because menthol is quite benign. Most of the costs are benign for us at least.
Okay, so 35% should not be a problem.
Not at all.
Okay. Sonia?
Okay. Sir, yes, thanks, Lata. I also wanted your thoughts on particularly the hygiene segment. That whole segment has been doing really well. What is the share of revenues from not just hygiene but even healthcare products, so Chyawanprash, immunity boosters, etc. And what would be the likely growth rate that you are looking at over the next, say, 6 to 12 months?
So absolutely. I think due to COVID, health has been quite in a focus, and other than that also because the Zandu brand plays in that area. And Chyawanprash, though is small for us, but we have really focused on Chyawanprash, honey, some of the other portfolios, which have grown significantly, at least in this quarter. But we have to wait and watch how the consumers react post-COVID. But as I said, Zandu is established brand name, particularly in the health area. So we are seeing some kind of, more consumers accepting, new consumers accepting more healthcare products. But we would have to wait and watch. We almost have, I think, about 12 to 13% revenue coming from this healthcare products, which have grown. Last quarter also, I think we grew about 40% in the healthcare range. This quarter also we are expecting in the similar lines. So it is very interesting to see how it pans out in future.
Okay, just a word. Is there any more of the pledge shares that the promoters have to de-pledge?
No, of course, we are committed. We have been saying that the pledges would come down to zero, and we are working on those directions. We are very sure that in next few quarters, the pledges would come down to almost zero levels.
Okay. Well, I wanted to now therefore ask you about expansion. Since the balance sheet has returned to a healthy position, and you're saying that rural demand is looking very good, any expansion plan?
No, absolutely. So we have launched multiple products, particularly in the hygiene. We have launched a brand called Emasol. We have launched almost 20-25 new products under our existing brands. So we are spending a good amount of money on advertising. Also internationally, we acquired a brand called Cream 21 that is showing significant growth in some markets where we are now started advertising. So by and large, I think we would be quite aggressive in terms of advertising, in terms of distribution, because our margins are at all-time high. So we would reinvest in the business.
Okay, advertising normally has been what, 15%, right? Will it stay there? Will it even increase?
Sorry, you mean international business?
No, advertising. Advertising as a percentage of sales.
Advertising is about 17% or so. This year it should be at about 17%, because first quarter we did not spend anything, but it should be in the range of about 17-18%.
So you said you're expecting, 17%. You said in terms of volume growth, you're looking at double-digit volume growth in Q3, and a large part of it could come from rural. But can you just break it up for us? What kind of volumes are you expecting from rural? How much is it as a percentage of revenues currently, and how much could it grow to?
So I said the revenue growth would be double-digit. I did not say volume growth, but let us see what happens. As far as rural is concerned, see, we almost have 55 to 57% contribution from rural. And the numbers that we are seeing, rural is almost growing at 12-13% compared to 3-4% of urban. So we would have to see if the trend continues like this, then of course in the next few quarters, rural can be 60%, what it is at 55% right now.
All right, that's good to hear, sir. It looks like COVID is really a metro problem, not even a tier 2, tier 3 problem. That is clearly coming out from many voices of India Inc. Mr. Goenka, it was a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you very much for joining us, and hope 2021 is a much better year for you too.
Thank you.
All right, a quick look at Emami's financials over the past 3 years. First, the revenue will come up for you. And it was flat in FY20, but looks like 21 they will make up for the loss in Q1, and you'll get the EBITDA as well, and the margins. Okay, profit. Okay, EBITDA falling and margins. All right, we don't have the margins here, but the margins are very good for the company. The profit coming in at 300 crores last. We take a break on that.